Okay, so this is Wolf Rhymes, aka Wolf Rhymes, but I'm Fabian Garcia, the beginner rank in the pickup artist community, but except I'm not doing it out there in the real world. I'm a lone wolf. We first plan our attack in the wolf cave, and then when we're ready, we go out there for the hunt. So looking for the right female types. But you know what? Since wolves are much higher than rabbits, and that's what most of the club scene is. People with the totem of the rabbit or the sheep. Sheep have a lot of money, they have a big network, big net worth. Rabbits have sex a lot. But here comes the new animal that can dominate them all. Destroy their paradigm to create a new one. So this game is called, I named it the Druid Quest, Mysteries of Attraction. The reason why I called it this, I set a bunch of rules for GPT to follow, and rank systems and milestones, and later once I reached the top elite level based on real world interactions, meaning body counts, how many body counts I get, how many numbers I get, how I build my reputation, how many threesomes I have, how many foursomes, fivesomes, etc., etc. At some point when I reached the elite level based on real world interactions, as if they were really to tell me, as if this would work in real life. It's a simulator for real life. I basically told GPT I want it to be as realistic as possible as you can make it in my interactions and their reactions to my replies, my actions, my approaches, etc., etc. My body language, my body movement, etc., etc., my confidence, etc., etc. And we built this game. The only problem is with GPT, when you build a text-based game, when you ask him to build it, you have to be very specific, and you have to keep feeding him bits and pieces of information about how you set the rules of the game. Now, once I get to the elite class, he will teach me a class. I forgot what I named it, but it's basically to go above the elite class in the world. So it's secret knowledge, hidden knowledge that the world doesn't know. He will teach me, and then once I complete that class training, then I go back into the field and I apply what I learned, and then I keep playing, going up the ranks again into the secret levels of elite pickup artistry. And then I reach another milestone, which is the next training class, which has to do with magic, stones, magic tricks, mysterious things that will affect the real world in ways that the world doesn't know about. So that's why I call it the Druid Quest Mysteries of Attraction, because this type of power and wisdom and hidden knowledge is much more higher than any normal human pickup artist teaching you psychology and social dynamics. This goes far beyond it, that the world hasn't seen. And I told him to base it off of real life interactions. And since GPT is connected to the internet, it knows about stones, it knows about rings, it knows about all kinds of things. So it can definitely teach me some things of how it can work in real life. I'm barely level 1, and it goes so many levels because I haven't even, I had an encounter set up right here. This is the first encounter, and it's going well, but I had to stop it because it was going on too long. But I'm basically going to recite word for word what I wrote and the replies that GPT is giving me. The only problem, again, like I said, as we move along, I noticed that the rules start to slightly change. GPT forgets some of the rules I put in place, so I have to remind him, from time and time again. So that's what gets frustrating. I introduced a dice into the game to determine, if I'm going to get a bad reaction or a good reaction, which I thought was a good idea. But the problem with that aspect, it's like flipping a coin. And real life, it's not necessarily flipping a coin. There's a narrative structure as to what the reaction most likely will be. So I told GPT, if I roll a bad dice, the worst case scenario, but he thinks that I got a good reaction, then I get to choose that good reaction rather than using the dice for that round. But he forgot about that, and now GPT is just replying to me without mentioning the dice. So I went along with it just to see how GPT replies. And then I used the description of the female that he gave me, and I threw it into an AI art generator to see what this female looks like. She's a trendy socialite, and I will put a picture of her on the screen once I edit this video. So here we go. So she should be on the screen already. So it starts like this. GPT says, awesome, let's start your first connection. Encounter setup. Female type, randomly selected description. The type of female, she's an artsy intellectual. Her description is, this type of female is creative, thoughtful, and has a passion for art and culture. She appreciates deep conversations and values intellectual stimulation. The male counterpart that matches her best is the classy professional. She is, oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? This was a test run. This is not the game I played. I actually had him reset the game. So I'm gonna go more down. Okay, so I had him reset up the encounter with a new girl. I had him randomly select female type, her race type, and everything. So this one says she's a trendy socialite. She's always up to date with the latest trends, popular in social circles, and loves to be seen in all the happening spots. She thrives on social interaction and enjoys being the center of attention. The male counterpart that matches her best is the glamorous diva. But of course, the male would be the, like the Leo. I'm a Leo. He's the center of attention. He's the life of the party. He's, confident, and he acts himself out in the open very expressively, calling all the attention, right? Now, me, since I've taken on the wolf totem and the lone wolf totem, since a young age, I suppressed my Leo side. So I focused on the energy of wolves, and they have a different energy. And they can dominate the game, but they need to learn the game, especially a lone wolf. Lone wolves in the wild are known to simp until they die from so much rejection, or they simp, and then at some point they find a setting mate female that accepts them, and then they start a family, and he becomes an alpha. Now, that can translate in several ways. For one, it could be he just got lucky and he found an accepting mate, or simply at some point he connected the dots from so much rejection that he finally found a way to break through and get what he wanted. The lone wolf, some of them, right? And some of them, a lot of them die alone. So that's how this coincides with my situation. I'm trying to learn the game without having to go out there, experience trauma from rejection, looking like a fool, imprinted into my memory, and suppressing and devaluing my confidence. So it's better for us to test things out here, in a simulator. Also, the simulator, every round is basically, my reply in action and then her reaction and reply in action. And it goes back and forth every round. And in case I really mess up, I have the ability to go back in time. I say, go back to round 3. Let's start over. Let me choose this reply action, etc. And I can also pause time and then ask her spirit or her mind, what does she think of me right now? Why did she say that? For what? I can ask questions to her higher self, and she'll answer me without having to ask her myself with my words. So there's a lot of things I can do with this game. And let's continue. It says blah, 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 blah. Her race ethnicity is Latina. Her weight is 120 pounds. Height 5'4". Attractiveness level is an 11. Now I set up the rules that it goes up to 13. If she's a 13, that means she's 1 in a million. That means if I've seen and talked to a million women or seen a million women, this type of female appears. So it's a once in a lifetime. Well, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime. She probably pops up like, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 15 times in a lifetime. So it's a big opportunity, right? So it's a big deal. But she's an 11, this one. She's in a group. Her group status is in a group of 3. Her current mood is playful. She's wearing a chic designer dress with high heels, radiating confidence. She's dressed to impress. Overall judgment on me. And then right here I have to flip a coin. If I get heads, I'm on the lower spectrum of attractiveness. If I get tails, I'm on the higher end of attractiveness. So I flipped the tails. And next I have to roll 2 dice. So I rolled a 9. That means on a scale of 1 to 13, I'm a 9. And it says you rolled a 9, placing you on the higher spectrum of attractiveness with a level of 9. Her thoughts? Okay, I'm just gonna let GPT talk here so that way I don't have to do it myself. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Let me put this. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna let GPT talk.
You rolled a 9, placing you on the higher spectrum of attractiveness with a level of 99. Her thoughts? He's definitely attractive. Catches the eye right away. I wonder if he's as confident as he looks. We'll need to keep up with him. It could be fun to talk to him, but I'm curious to see if he has substance. Possible approaches. 1. Weak approach. Hey, you look like you're having a good time with your friends. 2. Strong approach. You've got a really sharp style. Where do you usually hang out? 3. Best approach. You and your friends have great energy. Mind if I join in the fun? 4. Bad approach. Wow, you always dress like that, go out? 5. More bad approach. You seem high maintenance? Are you always like this? 6. Worst approach. You're too fancy for a night like this. Relax a little. Choose your approach, or feel free to write your own.
So my reply to GPT and to the girl is basically this. Well, it's a long reply. It's basically explaining more rules to GPT, but I'll just say what it says here. Whenever I use a / with an asterisk and everything in between, I'm asking her mind the question based off of her thoughts or any question I'd like to know about her without having to ask her in a reply, and to answer me answer me in her mind. Do the same, whatever. So here basically it's me asking her mind. Since you like the glamorous diva, and I'm a Leo, and I do exude the Leo persona, do you want me to exude the fire, or tone it down, or keep it medium? And then the next thing is, I'm explaining to GPT, I say, also if I use a double / that means I'm talking to you, GPT. So right here I'm talking to GPT. If I use double parallel lines, is it parallel, horizontal? What the fuck? Oh yeah, parallel lines. That is the start of my reply. Reply or action, right? So here's my reply to her. I say this. Ladies, which one of you is the trendy socialite? Let me guess. It's you. So I guess you are into Leo's king of the jungle, the male diva, right? Tell me, ladies, is she always chasing the lion? But the question is, does the lion ever chase her? I sense no. So since I came up with... hold on. I need to be more smooth. I know that. But let me just keep going. I sense no. So since I came up to you, you must be trembling with girly fan fever. Am I right? Drinks his Jack Daniels. Oh, wait. Where am I? Oh, I thought... Oh, no. The reply continues. All right. It goes, oh, wait. Where am I? Oh, I thought I was still in the bar. I see we are waiting in line. Is this the way to the nightclub? And then GPT replies... Read aloud.
Understood. Let's process your approach and her mind's reaction. Her mind's reaction. So he's Leo, huh? The confidence is showing. Does he really think I chase after guys? I'm used to him coming to me, but I like that he's playful. Should he tone it down though? I kind of like that fire, but maybe you should keep it medium for now. Too much, and it could feel like he's trying too hard. Round 1, her reaction. Roll your dice to determine her reaction.
So I rolled a 6, which is the worst possible reaction. 1 to 3 is positive, 4 to 6 is negative. 3 is the best, and 6 is the worst. Her reaction, she rolls her eyes dramatically and gives a sarcastic smile. Wow, really? Fan fever? Blah, 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 blah. So I introduced a new rule to the game. Basically, since it looked like it was going in the right direction, but the roll of the dice threw me off, and it shouldn't have been that way. I basically told GPT that if he thinks that it's headed in the right direction, that he should let me know before I roll the dice. I mean, no, once I roll the dice and if I get a negative reaction with the dice, then if he thinks that it was still headed in the right direction, then I can choose, his version of the reaction. So basically, I can bypass the dice. And then basically I told him to go back in time before that reply and choose the best possible reaction, the most likely what she would say based off of GPT's knowledge of psychology, dating, etc. And this is what she actually said.
Her mind's reaction. Okay, he's trying to play it off with humor. I'll give him credit for not backing down, but the joke is still a little goofy. Fabian, huh? Being grower?
Oh,
Definitely got a playful vibe, but I'm still...
let me go back. It's because I actually replied. I went back in time and I replied and I said this. Well, I guess I might have pushed too far and accidentally knocked the trendy socialite off the cliff a bit. I'm clumsy that way. My name is Fabian. It means bean grower. So I'm ready for the dance floor. Dance is a little bit of a goofy salsa. But I don't want to. But I don't want to move so much that I pass gas on you ladies. Blow smoke with his cigarette. Then she replies this.
Hermione's reaction. Okay, he's trying to play it off with humor. I'll give him credit for not backing down. But the joke is still a little goofy. Fabian, huh? Being grower? He's definitely got a playful vibe, but I'm still waiting to see if there's more to him than just jokes. Round 2. Her reaction based on your approach. She raises an eyebrow. This time slightly mean, so I'm not completely sold. Being grower? That's different. Her arms uncrossed, and she seems a little more relaxed, but her interest hasn't fully shifted yet. So you dance too, huh? That's better than the Lion fan club thing. She chuckles slightly, but her friends are still watching for their next move. Roll the dice to determine her actual reaction for round 2.
So I rolled a 2, which is medium best reaction. 3 is the best reaction. 1 is the weakest reaction. So I got a 2, and she said this.
You rolled a 2, which means her reaction is a strong positive reaction. Her reaction, she smirks, her posture relaxing a bit more. All right, I'll admit, that's kind of funny, she says with a slight grin. Her friends exchange looks, and a couple of them nod approvingly. Fabian, huh? You definitely know how to lighten things up. I guess you're not just all talk, after all. There's a bit of curiosity in her tone now, and she leans in slightly, signaling that she's more open to continuing the conversation. Next move, 6 possible replies, actions you can take for round 3. 1, weak positive reply, glad I could get a smile out of you. So, what brings you and your friends out tonight? 2, strong positive reply, I'm glad I made you laugh. You got a great energy about you. 3, best positive reply, well, now that I broke the ice, I'll always take over that dance floor. 4, bad reply, I knew you'd come around. You seem like someone who appreciates a guy with confidence. 5, more bad reply, see, all it takes is a good joke to win you over. 6, worst reply, guess that wasn't so hard after all. Now let's see if we can keep up. Or feel free to create your own.
Okay, so I looked at the positive possible replies I can say and the negative replies I shouldn't say, and I drew my own conclusion and I wrote my own reply. So I'm talking to GPT right here. I say, I see the best reply is first asking to command her in some way and take charge coupled with physical action that involves her. My aim would be to appraise? I think I might have messed up right here. To upraise the bar. What? Oh no, to raise the bar from best positive reply to even better. So if I roll a 3, that means I executed as I intended to. So on the next turn, if I roll a 3, then that means that this reply was better than the 3 that he supplied me with. If that makes sense. But I said this to her. Now, as I said, now that I've entered your screenplay, next would be the tango with you inside the club. I can't wait to see what kind of moves you got. I bet you got moves that can put a spell on any man. I can tell. I guess I got to guard my heart. She might just be a ferocious lioness. Puts on his shades and combs his hair back. Her mind's reaction, but her actual reaction, what she says, is right here. So let me play that for you.
Her mind's reaction. Okay, now he's stepping up. Confident, flirty, and he's throwing up the smooth lines. A little dramatic with the shades, but hey, he's trying to take control of the situation. I'll give him credit for that. Let's see if he back it up. Round 3, her reaction. She smiles, her body language showing more openness. A tango, huh? You sure you can keep up? She says with a playful challenge. She gives you a once-over, clearly entertained by your theatrics. But I'll admit, you got side. Let's see what you're really made on the dance floor. Roll the dice to determine her actual reaction for round 3.
So right here I rolled a 6, which is the worst negative reaction. And then GPT suggested possible replies since I got a bad reaction. So no, right here is where I introduced to GPT the option that if he thinks I'm going in the right direction, but the dice threw me off, I have a choice to just choose what GPT suggests that she should say, how she should react. And so let me continue on.
The way I structured it was to give you a descriptive setup of her possible reaction, like a preview based on her current mood and how she might respond. But the final outcome, positive or negative, was determined by your dice roll. I described her reaction based on the worst case scenario, once you rolled a 6, which represents her worst negative reaction. The dice ultimately decide the actual outcome, while the description serves as a natural flow leading into that result. So essentially, 1, you roll the dice to determine her reaction. 2, I describe that specific reaction, positive or negative, based on the dice roll. Does that make more sense now?
Okay, so I don't state my reply. I'm basically feeding GPT more rules to make it more realistic. So I basically went back in time before she had the negative reaction due to the roll of the dice that I got a 6. So since GPT was suggesting that it was going to be a positive reaction, but the roll came out differently, I went back in time and I accepted ChatGPT's version of what she would most likely say, and this is what she would say.
She chuckles lightly at your goofy salsa and playful banter, her eyes sparkling with amusement. Wow, you certainly know how to make an entrance, she replies, her voice teasing at one. But I hope you can keep up with the real news on the dance floor. I'm not just any socialite, I'm a trendy socialite. She leans in slightly, her body language open, suggesting she's intrigued. Just remember, the club can get wild, and I heard that. Are you ready for that? Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1, weak reply, oh, I don't know if I can keep up. You might have to slow down for me. 2, strong reply, bring it on, I can handle a challenge. Just don't be surprised if I steal the spotlight. 3, best reply, I'm definitely ready. Just promise not to be too fierce on the dance floor. I'm here to have fun, not enough to dance off. 4, bad reply, I hope you won't leave me behind. I'm not really that great at dancing. 5, more bad reply, 5, you seem a bit too confident. Are you sure you can handle someone like me? 6, worst reply, wow, you sound like you take this fun thing too seriously. I just want to have fun. Feel free to choose one of the options or write your own reply action. Okay, so right here I replied to her. Now I started to introduce other rules of the game to GPT, like what was it again? If I choose my own reply, if my own reply is a better reaction than if I chose one of the ones that GPT suggested, then he would say that
I got a better reaction than the suggested. Well, I'll figure it out. But anyway, this is what I said. You mind giving me a little preview of your trendy dance moves, just to see if we match up? And be sure to include a little 360 move, so I can analyze your trendiness.
Her reaction. She raises an eyebrow, intrigued by your request. A little preview, huh? You sure know how to keep things interesting. She smirks, her confidence evident. With a playful twirl, she takes a step back, giving you a moment to appreciate her style. Then, with a flick of her wrist, she starts a casual yet trendy dance, showcasing fluid hip movements and a playful bounce in her step. She spins around in a smooth 360, her hair flowing behind her, radiating charisma and flair. What do you think? Can you keep up with that? She asks, laughing, her eyes sparkling with energy. Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1, weak reply. 1, wow, that was something. I'll just have to follow your lead. 2, strong reply. Impressive. If that's your warm-up, I can't wait to see your full routine. 3, best reply. That was awesome. I knew you'd have the moves. Now it's my turn to match that energy. 4, bad reply. I guess I'll have to step up my game. I hope you don't expect too much from me. 5 more bad reply. Nice spin, but I hope your moves aren't just for show. Worst reply. You seem like you really enjoy dancing. Are you sure you're not just trying to impress me? Choose your reply or feel free to create your own.
So I replied with, Fuego! I got a little something for you too. He begins to dance like a pro 70s, 80s cool dude and spices it up with some new flavor, with some tricky, sexy moves, ending the little dance with a slicking his hair back and lighting his cigarette. Her reaction.
Her reaction. She watches you with a mix of amusement and admiration as you channel your inner 70s and 80s vibe, delivering a performance that's both nostalgic and unexpectedly fresh. As you throw in your tricky, sexy moves, she can't help but laugh and cheer you on. Look at you, Mr. Smooth, she exclaims, clearly enjoying the show. When you finish with that suave hair slick and light your cigarette, she claps enthusiastically, her eyes gleaming with excitement. I didn't know you had those moves in you. You might just steal the spotlight tonight, she teases, clearly impressed by your confidence and flair. Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1, weak reply. 1, thanks. Just trying to keep up with you, though. 2, strong reply. Glad you liked it. Just wait until I show you my signature move. 3, best reply. What can I say? The dance floor calls for me. Care to join me for a real dance when we get inside? 4, bad reply. I hope that didn't look too silly. I'm not really a dancer. More bad reply. I'm just here to have fun. No need to think too much about it, right? 6, worst reply. Well, that's all I've got. You probably dance way better than I do. Choose your reply action or feel free to create your own.
So I replied with, well, when the cool lone wolf is on the prowl, I guess the moon shines its spotlight on me. Can't wait to see how we mix it up in the dance floor. It might just be a sexier, modern take on Beauty and the Beast, dancing without all that old English proper stuff. And her reaction to my reply, and keep in mind, these replies right now I'm carefully crafting. I'm taking my time to write them. I'm not doing it on the fly. So if I were in the real world, I'd get my ass kicked. But you know, the thing about improvisation and being able to say things like this on the fly, it's a mixture of exercising both your slow thinking. Basically, right here, I'm carefully crafting replies. That's slow thinking. That's like a slow chess player. And then after much exercise, then I switch modes to spontaneous, on the fly. You know, I have to say it right then and there, right? So in order to do that, I gotta get a better phone so I can get GPT to upgrade so that GPT can talk to me real time, hear my voice, and write it just back and forth. You know, like me replying with actions and replies right then and there. And that's gonna take a lot of practice. And the more practice I get, same with freestyle rapping and singing, the carefully crafted is always gonna be better, right? So I switch seasons. Sometimes I carefully craft my lyrics, taking my time, making it perfect. And then sometimes I go into freestyle mode, which is improvisation. The lyrics are not gonna be as good as something I carefully craft, but it's good to practice both exercise forms. So this is her reaction to what I just said.
Her reaction. She laughs, her eyes sparkling with interest. I like the sound of that. Beauty and the Beast with a modern twist. Sounds like a dance floor spectacle I can get behind. There's a playful challenge in her tone as she adds, but I have to warn you, I might just outshine the Beast. She playfully nudges you with her elbow, leaning in slightly, clearly intrigued by your confidence. So what's your go-to dance move? I hope you've got something up your sleeve to keep up with me. Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1, weak reply. 1, I usually just wing it and see what happens. You know how it goes. 2, strong reply. I've got a few tricks that'll surprise you. Just wait until the music starts. 3, best reply. Let's just say I have a signature move that always brings the house down. You'll have to join me to see it. 4, bad reply. I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm not that great, to be honest. 5, more bad reply. As long as we have fun, right? That's what matters. 6, worst reply. I just hope you can keep up. I'm not that good, but I tried. Choose your reply action or feel free to create your own.
So I reply, I say, I don't know if you want to see my signature move. You might just fall for me right then and there. I've been known to cast love spells by my ultimate moves. You'll be caught on the dance floor as if it were my spider web. But instead of preying on my victim, I might just shower you with some kisses instead. And this is her reaction right here.
Her reaction. She raises an eyebrow, clearly amused and intrigued. Love spells, huh? Sounds like I should be careful. But honestly, who can resist a dance spell, especially when it comes to kisses? Her playful tone reveals that she enjoys your flirtation. Now, I'm definitely curious. You can't just drop a line like that and not show me what you got. She leans in a bit closer, her interest peaked. Alright, let's see this signature move of yours and hope I don't end up enchanted. Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1, weak reply. Okay, I'll just do a little something and hope it's good enough. 2, strong reply. Alright, prepare to be wild. Let's just say it involves a lot of spins and flair. 3, best reply. Get ready, because when I hit the floor, you won't know what hit you. Just follow my lead. 4, bad reply. 4, I hope you're ready for something average. I'm still warming up. 5, more bad reply. I'll give it a shot, but no promises it'll be anything special. 6, worst replies. Well, it's just a dance. I mean, how good can it really be? Choose a reply action or create your own.
Okay, so my reply is this. He shows off going away from her a bit, then rushing back in with moves as he slides his hand around her waist and holds her left hand and keeps her close as he dances with her and then kisses her.
As you pull her close and kiss her, her eyes widen in surprise, but a smile quickly spreads across her face. Oh, you really know how to turn up the heat, don't you? She giggles, clearly delighted by the sudden boldness. I like a guy who's not afraid to take charge. But be careful. I might just dance away if you make me blush too much. She looks into your eyes, her playful demeanor suggesting that she's enjoying the moment, but also testing the waters. Let's see if you can keep up with me. Hot shot. Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1. Weak reply. Just trying to keep you on your toes. Want to see more? 2. Strong reply. Oh, I can definitely keep up. Just wait until you see my next move. 3. Best reply. 3. If you think that was something, just wait until you dance more. I'll have you enchanted in no time. 4. Bad reply. 4. I hope that was okay. I wasn't sure how you'd react. 5. More bad reply. Well, that was my best move. I hope you liked it. 6. Worst reply. Oops, did I go too far? I didn't mean to make things awkward. Choose your reply action or create your own.
Now, GPT offers the best replies and the worst replies, right? I mean, negative and positive. Now, this is based off of real-world interactions. Is there a way to infiltrate the paradigm so that I can choose the worst reply and I get the best reaction? That is something that's much more deeper, a lot more deeper. That's like as if I created a set of, you know, an alliance, an army of people that do shit my way. If I chose to do it as number 6, worst reply, right? If I got, you know, like I infiltrated the internet with people mimicking me, doing as I do, at some point it becomes a trend. So the worst reply can become the best reply. But that's something that's much more deeper in social dynamics to basically flip the world on its head. But we won't get into that. I'm first trying to master the game the way they have it set up in the world, master their game and go beyond it so that I can basically, once I go to the higher levels of druid, stones and crystals and necklaces and rings and all the other things, once I reach those hidden levels that the world doesn't know, then I'm gonna flip this fucking world upside down, and all those pickup artists that thought they were so cool with their cocky confidence and the fucking humor and the fucking over-talking, overactive, over-moving their fucking body language is not gonna work anymore. They're gonna have to basically figure me out or suck a dick and die, basically. But that's far into the future. I might be old by then, and this is the thing. You might think, well, if you're old, you don't have no more say-so in the world. That's not true. There are hidden mysteries that even an old guy with hair as white as wool will take your bitch. We'll take your bitch, we'll take your friend's bitch, I'll take them, put them in the fucking bedroom, fucking both recorded on OnlyFans, and then email it to your fucking ass so you can cry all night long. But anyway, let's keep going. This is how I replied based off of the best replies that GPT suggested. I said, to get to the front of the line, I said, they get to the front of the line and go inside as he holds her close, with his arm around her waist. He gently kisses her on the lips, then leads her into the bar and says, let's go get something to drink. Come here, my love. And then she replies with,
Her reaction. As you kiss her gently on the lips and guide her into the bar, she leans into you, clearly enjoying your touch in the moment. You really are a smooth talker, aren't you? She laughs, her eyes sparkling with excitement. I like a guy who knows how to take charge. Drinks first, dancing later. I can definitely get on board with that. She playfully nudges you as you walk, her energy radiating enthusiasm. What do you have in mind for our drinks, Mr. Smooth? How possible replies actions for your next move? 1. Weak reply. How about something sweet? I heard they have a great cocktail here. 2. Strong reply. I think we should go for something fun. How about some shots to kick off the night? 3. Best replies for something special. How about the bartender's choice? I want to see what they recommend for a dynamic duo like us. 4. Bad reply. 4. I guess we could just grab whatever's on the menu. 5. More bad reply. I'm not sure what you like. Maybe I'll just get a beer. 6. Worst reply. Do you want something? I guess I'll just pick something random. Choose your reply action, or feel free to create your own.
so right here I choose a suggested reply that GPT supplied, which is number 3, and her reaction is this.
You say, let's get something special. How about the bartender's choice? I want to see what they recommend for a dynamic duo like us. Her reaction? She grins, clearly impressed by your confidence. I love it. Let's see what they come up with. She replies, her excitement palpable. As you approach the bar, she leans in closer, her energy contagious. I have a good feeling about this night, don't you? I think we're going to make some great memories. The bartender catches your eye and approaches, ready to take your order. What can I get for you two? Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1. Weak reply, just whatever you think is good. 2. Strong reply, we want something that really captures the vibe of the night. What do you recommend? 3. Best reply. 3. Surprise us, something fun and a little adventurous to match our energy. 4. Bad reply, I guess just a couple of beers. 5. More bad reply, can I just have a whiskey? I'm not picky. Worst reply, just whatever you have left over. Choose your reply action or create your own.
So I created my own and I said this. Kisses her, then the bartender asks, what will you two have for starters? Then I say, well, since she's a fiery Latina and I, her fuego, I want your recommendation, buddy. Can you find something that suits us perfectly?
The bartender raises an eyebrow, clearly entertained by your playful banter. I think I got just the thing for you, Sue, he says, smiling. He turns to the shelves behind him, mixing ingredients with flair. Her reaction. She laughs, enjoying your charm. I like how you think. I can already tell this is going to be a fun night, she says, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The bartender finishes mixing and slides 2 vibrant cocktails your way, garnished with fresh fruit. Here you go. I call this fiery passion, a blend of tequila, passion fruit, and a hint of lime, perfect for the dynamic duo. You both take the drinks and raise them in a toast. Here's to a night of adventure, she explains, clinking her glass against yours. Possible replies, actions for your next move. 1. Weak reply. Thanks. Cheers to whatever comes next. 2. Strong reply. Cheers to new adventures and fiery moments together. 3. Best reply. Here's to the start of something incredible. Let's make this night unforgettable. 4. Bad reply. Hope this tastes good. I'm not really a cocktail person. 5. More bad reply. Is this strong? I don't want to get tipsy too fast. 6. Worst reply. Can we get a menu? I don't really know what this is. What will you choose?
And then right here, I'm basically explaining to ChatGPT. I tell him, don't forget to reward me with notifications if I went up a rank or reached a milestone like kissing, holding hands, grabbing her waist, all the important things. So tell me what I got so far, what level and what rank and what milestones have I reached so far. And GPT answered this.
Based on your interaction so far, here's what you've achieved. Match milestones unlocked. 1. You got her number. Reward number 1. This happened when you initiated a strong rapport and established a connection by engaging her in conversation. 2.
Where GPT messed up, I have not asked her for her number yet. So GPT has, at times faulty memory, or so I have to keep guiding GPT back and letting GPT know, to fix things as I play the game. That's what sucks. And then what also sucks is that GPT runs out of memory at some point. So at some point, I'm gonna have to reset the game back to the beginning and start with a new girl. Basically, the rules will still be in place, but until I get the paid version, which is only 5 times more memory, and this shit goes by quick. So hopefully down the line, they offer more memory for GPT in the future. Rather than 5 times the memory, they'll go up to 10, 20, 30, 100, etc., etc. That way I can keep playing the game, and going up the levels and the ranks all the way up to druidhood level of attraction, which is otherworldly. It's not this world. It's higher than this world, and no one's gonna get to that unless they're watching my videos and they're giving me a thumbs up like, because a like is magic. And if you watch me with anger and you don't like me, you don't give me a like or a thumbs down, you get bad luck in the world. That's druid magic right there. You better pay up those likes, comments, compliments, and you get kudos, you get benefits. But if you don't, you get cursed. You go below me another level, like an echo down to the abyss of bottomless rage and envy. So let's continue along.
First kiss. Award 2. Kiss her after leading her into a club and confidently gripping her close. Great job. Holding hands in wrist touch. Award number 3. Grab her waist during your smooth dance moves and held her hand, which builds intimacy and connection. Current level and rank. Attractiveness level 9. You've maintained a strong level of attractiveness based on her initial impressions of you. Coupled with confident behavior and humor. Aspiring pickup artist. Demonstrated smoothness and charm, but still have room to grow before reaching that status. Still building momentum. Bad achievements coming up. Next milestone. Making the night unforgettable. Deepen a connection, potentially moving towards intimacy or a successful relationship. Rank goal. If you continue to impress, you're on track to unlock the advanced pickup artist rank, which will get you closer to elite status. Keep executing well. Let's see what happens next. What's your move?
So I basically just told GPT that I didn't get her number, but I guess GPT remembered things incorrectly, so we're readdressing that. And then I told him right here, can you give me a list of all the possible milestones I can achieve until I sleep with her? And then he told me this.
Progressing from the least to the greatest. Each milestone reflects various levels of intimacy and connection. Half milestone achievements. 1. Got her number. Award 1. You secured her number after a successful interaction. 2. First kiss. Award 2. You can kiss her, assigned with growing chemistry. 3. Holding hands. Award 3. Held hands, signaling comfort and trust. 4. Waist touch during a dance. Award number 4. Physical contact during dancing.
And yada yada yada. Basically, it goes on to 16 milestones. My first intimate moment when I sleep with her the first time. And then extra milestones down the road, it goes up a level. Frequent intimacy, you've slept together multiple times, showing consistent chemistry. And then further down the road, another milestone, she invites a friend for a threesome, award number 18. And then later, over 30 sexual encounters, award number 19. You've reached a high level of physical intimacy and connection. These milestones progress from early interactions to deeper, more intimate moments. Each step reflects growing trust, comfort, and attraction between you and her. Let me know where you want to head next, or if you want to adjust your approach. So that's why I left off on this chapter here with her. What was I going to say? Yes, but I keep trying to improve the game. I'm sure the AI is going to come up with games like this even more complex in the future, whatever. People are trying to keep up. But the thing is that it's good to practice this, First, a meditation through text like this, and then into real world. That's the part that's going to be hard to go from in my phone to the real world, acting out my personas that I have on the inside. Now, most people wouldn't say that it's a good idea to act out alter egos, because then you're being fake, blah, 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 blah. Everything in the world that is trendy, it's sheeple mentality, and it can be broken. The lone wolf can break in and change paradigms and flip them upside down, if he figures out a way to unlock the gate and go inside the stable. So, watch out now, because once he's in the stable, sheep cannot turn into a wolf. He's so used to having so much money and fucking so much, or if he's a rabbit, he's used to fucking so much, he can't turn into a wolf and defend himself. Unless something protects him, but whatever. That would be the cops or whatever. I don't have to bloodshed. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood. But for those that are wicked who have already had their fair share of fornication, this world's gonna flip on your ass and it's gonna crush your ass. You're gonna cry. You're gonna bitch. You're gonna moan. You're gonna cry. You're gonna wish you never fucked with the wrong guy. And you're gonna know what it's like to have weeping and gnashing of teeth in your lonely nights. Whether you're female or male, the paradigm's gonna shift. It's already shifting. So many women are complaining that 60% of all men have fallen off the face of the planet. They don't want to initiate any interactions with women because they know how they are. And all the other guys that do accept them and love them, well, they're weak. Maybe they've already been in the game too long. Right? So they don't want them, they want the ones that went into hiding in obscurity. But anyways, everything's a learning process, and I do believe in karma. Even my Lord speaks of karma, do unto others as you would have them done unto you. With what measure ye meet, it shall be measured unto you. Again, does that mean that I'm going to go to hell at some point if I rise so high and I fucked so many bitches? Oh yes, of course. Anybody that goes too high for too long is going to have a fall like a comet hitting the fucking earth. But the truth is, there's no reason to slow down to the top. There's no reason to half-ass your way up to the top. There's no reason to not fight to get what you want or get as much as you want. Be greedy and let the universe throw you down when it's the perfect timing. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of what is it called again? Let me take a look at it. It's the Druid Quest Mysteries of Attraction. Bada bing, bada boom. I'll see you in the next episode.